Here we are at the Long Branch School with our blacksmith, Ben Bourgeois. You want to tell us what you're doing today?
Yeah, I'm making a chain link that's going to connect that section and the one he's got in the fire.
This is Enoch, one of our students.
The chain would be made like this for logging, for maritime purposes, for all sorts of things, and they made it just this way for about 1,000 years, maybe longer. So now what I'm going to do, and I got it a little too hot, but I'm bending these corners together. I'm going to offset this one slightly, and then bring them together.
I'm about to go. Thanks.
Okay. Now Enoch's going to do a forge weld. It's pretty spectacular. What he's doing now is hammering the metal to actually, for the purpose of fusing it. And if you hit just at the right pressure, at the right heat, it will just join, like clay. But knowing those two variables,
Let me get one more piece.
there we go.
What you got there, Enoch? What's that stuff for?
It's borax. It's
Borax.
used to clean up the metal.
Yep.
Get all the scale and
It
stuff
dissolves the black rust and allows the metal to make complete contact with other metal and thus plate to it, much as one would do gold leaf. Gold doesn't oxidize, so you don't need a flux, but if you're doing something that does oxidize, you need a flux for this. And the heat melts the flux and the rust. So that's why it needs to be so hot. Tap this open so I can get it over the two sections of chain we've already made to unify them. Maybe a little bigger. This is going to go over this and over that and make up 7 links. That looks great. That looks awesome. When you're satisfied with it, just set it on this. No, one of the others. Yeah. Sorry, I messed up. Yeah, preference. Doesn't matter. That's perfect. Cool. So now, when I straighten this out, offset it a little bit, straighten that one in. I'm going to do a different sort of weld for this one, but should work. So the welds they've been doing were called lap welds because the two flats level up, but this is called a butt weld because it's the two edges are meeting, and they're slightly harder in some ways and they're slightly easier in others. They tend to drive the flux out easier so you don't have to hit as hard, but it's easy to do too much forging and thin out that area a little much. So one way or the other is going to be fluxed. And the borax is just melting up through it and leaving that shiny layer, and that shiny layer indicates where the weld will take, so where you can hammer the metal together. A lot of people are pretty scared of forge welds. They say, oh, it's black magic, I'm not doing it. Basically, but there's no need to be. Anything can be broken down into steps, and just about anyone can do those steps. If I'm talking too much, I take the welding heats and pipe down a little. Okay, this is going to make a lot of sparks, and I'm going to be hitting right on that.
Okay.
That's fine. I can flux it up and go back to it. Blacksmithing, or iron, is one of the most forgiving mediums I know of. And I have experienced clay, I've experienced fiber, I do some painting and drawing, but Iron's one of my favorites because you can always hammer it back into a shape that will work if you know how to swing the hammer in that particular way or that series of blows. So if something breaks, it's no big deal.